We're live.
We're live from New York City. My name is Billy Merritt, and this is the New York City in the studio here in DigiNinja Studios. Much like there's a New York City in Vegas as well, I believe. I know there's a Paris. There's some other things. So we have our own New York City. Now, New York City is a very cool place to visit, or at least it was a few years ago. I've been right there, top of that tallest building. It's really cool views. I hope that we can go there again one day. But if we can't, that's okay too, because there's a great migration away from the cities into the Sun Belt. So good morning, Smith.
Good morning, sir.
Have you heard of the migration from the big cities to the Sun Belt and to the South?
I have, yes.
Yeah. So a lot of primarily, I wouldn't say primarily, but there's some massive movement into Florida.
Right.
They say 300,000. They say, I shouldn't say that. It is reported by sources that know what they're talking about, by validated sources, that 300,000 people per month are moving to the state of Florida. Why do you think that is?
I think there's probably a lot of reasons. I mean, lockdowns, not being able to work.
That's definitely probably the biggest one.
Feeling like there's a decree coming down on you.
Because you know what you can do? You can move around in Florida.
Right.
You can move around in Florida. You can go to bars, restaurants, beaches. You can't do that in some places. But another big reason is taxes. You know, being able to, there's much lower taxes in Florida than there is in the big cities. Not only Florida, but Texas, all throughout Texas. People are moving to, especially Austin. You know, the fear that I would have if I was a Floridian or a Texan, with all these people moving in, is that they would bring their ideas of, I don't even want to say the word. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
The ideas, the PC ideas and all the P ideas with them that messed up the place they came from in the first place. But anyway, that's beside the fact. I do have an idea for all of you guys who are watching that are in Florida and may want to escape Florida. You know, we talked about it a little bit on the show, a previous show, about having a plan B. There's my pilot calling me on a live show, buddy. I think he wants to go somewhere this weekend. It's Valentine's Day. Sunday, isn't it?
Wouldn't know.
Okay, today is DigiNijna Sales Academy, and I want to talk about a few things about sales. I want to talk about your pitch, what your pitch is, and I want to hear your pitch. So if you would be so kind as to articulate your pitch into text form and put it in the comments, that Smith and I dissect your pitch. I'll give you a pitch. The Art of Text Message Selling is the only manual for exactly what to say and how to say it to someone who is looking for information on your website about your product. The Art of Text Message Selling is the only manual that tells you exactly what, when, and how to say it to get what you want, which is an appointment to show up and buy your product. So if you're selling anything without the Art of Text Message Selling, you are behind. If you are selling anything without the Art of Text Message Selling, you are losing your customers to people who are using the Art of Text Message Selling. It's a really big deal. You are losing market share if you aren't using the Art of Text Message Selling. That's a pretty big pitch, isn't it, Smith?
It is a big claim.
It's a big claim. And you know, when we wrote the Art of Text Message Selling, we didn't have a whole lot of evidence that it was indeed the gospel. But now with over 2,000 dealers that have used our services and many copycats out there doing exactly what we do, we've we've absolutely cemented the proof. The proof is in the pudding, and the pudding has proven that the Art of Text Message Selling has made millions for car dealers all over the country. Now, here's another pitch for you, Smith. This is a pitch. So I'm going to tell you about the different parts of the pitch and how you need to be using a pitch to sell your product. First of all, it's a very busy and loud world out there. That's why we got this city right here. But the internet sales is louder than this big city behind me right here. So if you're going to get anybody's attention, you have to be sharp. You have to have a sharp pitch. For instance, I have the most effective product in the entire auto industry, and that is the 7-day Facebook buyback events. We use Facebook ads to create interest. We use the art of text message selling and 24/7 live agents and automation to have meaningful conversations with those leads. And then we convert those leads into people who show up and want to buy your product. I have the most effective product in the entire car business, and it is the Facebook events that I do. Is that a big offer? Is that a big claim?
Yes, absolutely.
And if you're a car dealer, you definitely pay attention. Okay. And I saw another copycat last night that was out there, and I'm going to get him shut down because I saw some things he was doing using some logos and claiming he was associated with a certain Fortune 500 company using their logos. And trust me, I know from experience, you can't do that. So I want to hear your pitch. You can message me your pitch. You can put it in the comments. I want to hear a pitch about a different industry. Smith, what is an industry that relies on sales? Now, as we know, everything relies on sales, but just give me an example of an industry.
Outside. I know. I immediately want to go to cars because it's always on the mind now. Computers. Yeah.
Okay. Great point. So if you go to apple.com, I haven't been there in a long time, so I'm not sure what's there, but it will be straight to the point what their product is and the features and benefits of their product. They won't have a big, long, confusing pitch. It will be precise, to the point, and it's going to solve a problem and be interesting. Excuse me. I almost sneezed on the microphone. By the way, Smith, you had COVID a while back, right?
Yes, sir.
I did too a while back. And, one thing that I found is that just out of nowhere, sometimes some dizzy spells will come on you.
Yeah.
And I almost passed out after of course, it could have been the sauna. I stayed in the sauna for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it could have something to do with it.
At 200 degrees. I didn't drink a lot of water before I got in there. You're supposed to drink water before you get in the sauna. April drinks water while she's in the sauna, but the water gets hot when you do that. So I like to drink it before. I forgot. So I got in there, and then after about 20 minutes, I couldn't breathe. And I got out, almost passed out, and then drank some water, got back in there. So I did 30 minutes in the sauna this morning.
Dang.
I'm not sure.
I was just gonna say I've had experience pretty close to that, I guess, from trying to keep up my cardio in the cold weather.
Yeah.
I remember coming inside at one point after this really long bike ride and thinking it's still so cold in here. So I turned on the mini heater, got in the shower, turned it up real hot, had a nice long shower, fell out in the shower.
You fell out in the shower?
Because I made it too freaking hot in there, I guess.
You really fell out in the shower?
Yeah.
Holy cow, did you hit your head?
Yeah, busted my eye open.
Are you serious?
It was pretty bad, man.
When was this?
This has been probably a year or more ago at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing.
I had a friend that slipped and fell in the shower, hit his head, and now he can't taste anything.
Yeah, I didn't have anything that bad.
True story. True story.
Yeah, man. Watch how hot you get, man.
Yeah, you got to be
For
careful.
real.
But it's good for you to get those heat shock proteins. Do we have a comment right there?
We do. Terry Gibson says, always sell results and you have the best.
So Terry Gibson has a product that we use called SnapCell. SnapCell allows you to, here's a free plug, Terry. SnapCell allows you to send videos to your customers, personalized videos. And it comes, because a lot of people like Smith, that don't understand that he's the product on his Droid phone. They still use those Droids. And then I use an iPhone. If I send a message iPhone to iPhone, it'll be in great resolution. You can see it, you can hear it. But if I send you to that Droid thing you have,
right,
you won't be able to see the video very well. SnapCell fixes that problem, but most importantly, allows you to embed other videos on the page. Allows you to text and email from there, so it fits right in. Because I think it is it's one of the 23 rules of the art of text message selling. Send a video, send a high resolution video, and make another pitch. When you send your videos, we'll use this as a way to help people with sales. If you are selling anything, cars, phones, furniture, homes, services, any books, anything you're selling, you need to be sending video. And you really need a good video. We use SnapCell to send our videos because there's a lot of features that come along with that. I want my commission, Terry, on the SnapCell users that you get. But it is vital that you send video, because if a picture is worth 1,000 words, I don't know, 1,000,000. How many words is a video worth?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about figuring this up the other day. How long is the video going to be? Let's say 1 minute. Does that sound good?
No, your first video needs to be 30 seconds or less. An introduction video. Hey, my name is Billy. Thank you for your interest in the product. Thank you for reaching out to me. I wanted you to be able to put a name with a face. My name is Billy, and just understand that I am an information gopher. I'll be happy to get you all the information you need on any product you got. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab that information. Let me know what else you need. So I'm not sure how long that was, but it's less than 30 seconds.
Okay. Technically, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video is 25 frames per second on average, and your video is 30 seconds long, then your video is worth 750,000 words.
All right. So let's break that down a little bit. Smith says it's worth 750,000 words. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's take a look at the logic. So a picture is worth 1,000 words.
That's what they say.
Now take it slow and easy. How do you get from 1,000 to 750,000? How did you 750x my picture with your video?
Okay, so most of the time you're watching a video, it's going to be about 25 frames per second. So you're going to see 25 pictures per second. And if it's 30 seconds long, then, well, multiply 30 by 25 by 1,000.
Okay, let's put the brakes on. Okay. So the average, what was that first step? What's the average clip or average?
The frames per
average
second.
Frame. Okay, average frame. You're going to see 25 frames per second.
Between 25 and 30, sometimes 60.
That's why I keep smart people around me, so that I can know that I can push a button and get my Diet Coke. I mean, I can push a button and get that information, that specialized knowledge. The average video has 25 frames per second. So they're going to see 25 pictures while watching this video. That's pretty interesting.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Every second.
Put some science behind that. I was guessing 1,000,000. I was pretty close.
Yes, sir. Hey, if it was 30 frames, 60 frames, you'd be right.
I'd be close, wouldn't I?
Yes, sir.
Be close. Who else commented up there?
We got more from Terry Gibson.
Bring it, Terry.
He said, thanks. He also said 30% are iOS, 70% Android.
That's a problem. Because 70% of the population of cell phone users are the product of the cell phone.
Now, I do have one curious question here. How much more information would you wager they can get out of me when they've already had me on here for years?
Dude, you're
curious. I am the product. I definitely get that.
You have no privacy, no secrecy. They sell everything about your information, every click, they sell it. They sell it all.
Sir.
Yep. I mean, they know everything, you know, and we've all been dialed into the mothership for way too long, you know, since the 90s, the .coms, everybody started putting their, I mean, you know, I tried to test the anonymity of Bitcoin yesterday, and everything that every wallet that I tried to get, you got to give them your ID.
I'm going down the rabbit hole, like you said, but it's a deep one.
Is it?
For sure.
Yeah. So can you buy something anonymously with Bitcoin?
It appears so. Now, the safest route to go is to make sure that your actual purchase of the Bitcoin is anonymous, because that makes every step after that easier.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a lot of people mentioning, what was it? Local Bitcoins, I think, is one method they use.
Yeah.
And you can go on there and basically trade Bitcoin with other people through all different sorts of, you know, PayPal, Stripe, not those in particular, but, you know, different sources of transferring the money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just one of many.
Yeah. You know, speaking of Bitcoin, it was $46,000 this morning.
Yes.
Because Elon Musk invested $1.5 billion into Bitcoin. So, I mean, you know, when Elon bets on it, it's time for the bears like me to say, step aside.
If nothing else, I'm sure some people are going to follow suit.
That's true. They already have. Sure. Yeah. So, and here's the thing. It's going to put pressure on other companies to do the same thing.
Yes.
What if Apple comes out now and says, hey, we're going to put $1 billion, you know, into Bitcoin, add that to our balance sheet, because they got tons of cash. If they really, you know, if they see that Bitcoin is a better store of value than the dollar, it has been for quite a few times now, whether it's a bubble or not, it has definitely. So basically, what the dollar compared to Bitcoin has hyperinflated. You think about that?
Yeah, well, I guess it's not shocking.
The dollar has hyperinflated in terms of Bitcoin. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, you know, I got minute amounts of Bitcoin, but I may, if it comes back down, if it gives me one more buying opportunity, I'm going to get in. I am a bull on the Bitcoin bubble. I am a bull on the bubble. I think it has tremendous potential and a tremendous likelihood that it will increase. I really do, because there's plenty of room in the bubble. The bubble has plenty of elasticity. So it's going to go big. Big as the Tesla bubble, maybe bigger. Could be crazy. So anyway, Terry, let's hear your pitch. See how I pitched your product. See if I butchered it. So if you're still watching, Terry, how about giving us your pitch? Anybody else that would be willing to put your pitch on the line, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear your pitch. I'd love to dissect your pitch and see if you have a good pitch.
We did have a couple more comments from him. He said chapter 16, go for the video close.
So see, Terry Gibson lives by his own moral compass. But when it comes to selling, he uses the art of text message selling. When pitching me, he pitched me on SnapCell 5 years ago. I was running a dealership. He pitched me on SnapCell. At the time, I didn't have all the other details, because I'm the type of person, I'm going to focus on one or two things and just max those one or two things out before I start adding things. I only use one form of advertising, and that's Facebook, right? Once we master Facebook, now I've added LinkedIn. So back in the day, I was already using text message selling to sell cars, but even though I know you need to send video, I was just sending video from iPhone to whatever they had. It wasn't perfect, but it was effective. So he pitched me, and I said, not yet. Another rule in there, and go for the video close. Of course, while pitching me, he pitched me through video. Okay. So he sent me lots of information. He pitched me through video. He kept sending information. All these are rules, right? He was fast. He was he stopped texting and started calling. That's a rule. He actually drove up from Jacksonville to see me, right? So that's going above and beyond. And he was patiently persistent, which is also a rule. So these rules work, man. They work. And the more you know about them, the better off. You can go to billymerritt.com and buy your own copy of the book. I suggest that highly. Any more comments?
He also said 1 minute of video is worth 1.8 million words, according to Dr. James McQuivey of Forrester Research.
Well, who am I to disagree with the doctor, but I disagree with him. It's 750,000 words.
Well, that was a 1 minute video.
Okay.
He said.
So divide that by 2 is how much?
Well,
right there at you.
It's about 900,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Still a bit. He's a little over.
Pretty close.
He's close. Smith knows more than this doctor.
Well, maybe he was going 30 frames per second.
Could have been. What else we got? Oh, speaking of frames per second, he's
got a link out to SnapCell video.
Okay.
High Tech Marketing.
So, on my LinkedIn Ads Manager, which is performing very well, by the way.
Awesome.
If you have a business, if you're in selling, you need to be promoting. You need to be running ads on social media and LinkedIn, even though that's a professional network. You need to be running ads on there. Start with Facebook, master it first. You need to pay attention to how low you can get the lead cost. So our lead costs on LinkedIn are like $3 a lead right now.
Okay.
So that's really good. But one problem we have is my video is not running. I'm only able to use the static ad. I think the resolution, it says it's still processing and it's been 24 hours.
Oh, jeez.
So what do you think the problem is there?
Maybe if we back the resolution off a bit, I'll have to look and see which one it was. I think I went back and checked to make sure that wasn't one of the 4K ones because I was afraid that might cause an issue.
Yeah.
But maybe if we back it off to 720p.
Yeah, let's try that.
HD.
Let's try that as soon as the show's over because I need that video running. I need to get in front of these people. If people don't know you, they can't buy from you. So I need all 40,000 general managers that run car dealerships in the United States of America to know who Buyback Billy is. So we're going to do a Buyback Billy video, and I'm going to serve it to 40,000 car dealers. How much do you think that's worth, Smith?
40 to 40,000 car dealers?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Let's do some math. 40,000. I think that 1 out of 10 people who see my video, who actually watch the video, will want more information. So that is
4,000, right?
4,000.
Yes,
I
sir.
think of those 4,000, if they reach out for more information, I will close 50% of them.
Yes, sir.
That's 2,000. What's 2,000? Okay, if it takes me a year to do that, you got your calculator out. You don't need it though.
Just in case.
It's gonna be simple.
Okay.
Just say the average event that I run for them is worth $1,000. 2,000 times 1,000. You know what that is, don't you?
2 million, right?
2 million. So 2 million. You think it would behoove me to spend 200,000 on the ads if that's what it takes?
I'd say so, yeah.
For $1.8 million, don't you think that'd be a good ROI?
Hey, I'd say so.
You gotta be willing to do stuff like that. So my goal is to spend $200,000 on LinkedIn ads by December 31st, 2021. So we're gonna look back and remember this. Save this clip.
Okay.
My goal is to spend $200,000 on LinkedIn ads by December 31st, 2021. And if I accomplish that, which I should be able to, then I will have an additional 2,000 dealers doing business with me. And we'll have $1.8 million in gross profit. It's close to net profit. The revenue on that would be, what's 7,900? You need your calculator for this. What's 7,900 times 2,000? That's if they only run one event with me.
Right? That's 15
million. Okay, so we did almost 10 million in 2020 2020. So, and that was, we wanted to hit 20 million. So if we do 15 million, that'd be 25 million. We can do it. We can do it. Yes. Before I shift gears, are there any more comments we need to talk about?
Right. He obviously edited that link out, and then he asked, would you like to increase engagement with your clients? I'm guessing that's how he would open his pitch.
So that is it's not quite a pitch, but it is getting the interest out. There's asking questions.
So yes, he did say after that, ask a question that the customer is going to say yes to, and that opens the conversation.
So that's the opener.
Yeah.
That's the opener. I got no problem with that. Especially if you've reverse engineered your client or your prospect, if you've reverse engineered them, and you know that they indeed do that, because some people don't care. I mean, some people just don't care. That question, even though it's very smart and it means something to you and me, Terry, it means nothing to a lot of the dummies who are running these businesses. And a lot of these people who are running these businesses are dummies. Not my clients, but some clients are dummies. Some people running the businesses are dummies. So asking a smart question to a dummy is not going to be helpful. You have to be able to you have to know what their hidden agenda is, because even dummies have a hidden agenda. There's something, they have a why, and they have something that they want to accomplish. So if you can figure out what they want to accomplish and pitch it there, then you're going to be much more successful. Is that the last comment?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I got to take a look at this real quick. I may be able to demo a live video. I have someone wanting to buy an awesome vehicle, and I'm helping them because I'm taking this deal away from a dummy dealer. There's a dummy dealer not too far from here, and they don't use the art of text message selling, and they don't use Facebook events. So I'm going to sell them to a dealer. I'm going to assist this customer in buying a car from a dealer who does use the art of text message selling. So when it comes to sales, you need to buy your own product, and you need to buy your products from people who buy from you. The worst thing you can do is buy a high ticket item like a car from somebody who doesn't do business with you. If you're if you're calling on car dealers, I see that mistake far too often. You need to buy from people who buy from you. Okay. I have to take these calls, Smith, and now next week we have a lot of guests lined up. We have a lot of co-hosts as well. Tomorrow we have April Brown Merritt with Winning Together. By the way, if your plan B is to escape Florida and come to Georgia, you need to ask April about some of these awesome big farms that you can buy. You can buy a farm in Georgia for what you have to buy a little piece of property, one acre lot. You can buy 60 acres in Georgia for what you can buy 1 acre on the coast. It's pretty crazy. April will be here tomorrow. Paul will be here on Friday, and I will figure out what we're going to do on Thursday. Smith and I will be here for sure. I'm going to go close these deals. I'm going to send some videos out, and you need to be doing the same thing. We'll see you guys tomorrow.